Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's take a look again on the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin in particular. So although we have got the sell-off recently, as we said, and we still keep our opinion that it is not the hazard yet for long-term bullish tendency. So on the higher time frames, as you can see, the scale of the drop is not really very significant, and the overall bullish context stands valid. Market keeps bullish trend, and currently we have just one single week till the end of the September, and we have the big chances to get another bullish grabber here, third in a row. This market already has tested with this drop the MACD predictor line. So actually that's what we talked about in last week. Speaking about the sell-off, you could probably know that it was because of the decision of the China Central Bank to forbid all transactions in cryptocurrency in the country. So we think that the regulation risk right now comes on the first stage, because central banks, governments will start to clear the space and free the way for its own government crypto money, for the crypto dollar, crypto euro, and crypto renminbi, so and so on. And they'll try to press on Bitcoin and other rivals. But this is a different story. So on the monthly chart, you can see that nothing really bad has happened, even with this drop. Besides, actually, guys, the recent news from the China, it's not something really new. This is some echo of this event. So initially, when China just throw out all miners from the countries and forbid the mining activity. So, and that is just some echo of this action. That's why it makes a significantly smaller effect on the markets. On the lower time frame, we keep our major scenario here. Since we have the grabbers, on the weekly chart we consider the butterfly. So it really could happen. It happens very often when the market starts turning and coiling around the previous top, forming something like looks like the triangle consolidation. It always, or at least in many cases, this keeps the door open for appearing of the butterfly, especially if the price action suggests taking out of this top. So we suggest that the appearing of the butterfly here is very probable. The target of the butterfly is 74.40. So that's approximately the next medium-term target the market could achieve. On the Bitcoin, we do not have the grabber here, but if you'll take a look, for example, on Ethereum, you will see that we have the grabber on last week. But at the same time, you could see that market stands very close to the MACD predictor line, and maybe this week we will be able to get the grabber on the Bitcoin as well. In general, market comes to major support 618 area. Actually, it's already tested it here. It's almost tested. It's just a few cents have not been passed till our target that we have specified, 38. Here was the 39.60, so it's very close. In general, we could say that this is area of the 618 support. That's very typical for butterflies. It's most common ratio in 618 when the next wind is starting. Now let's take a look on the shorter term performance, what we could get. Definitely, we do not expect, currently at least, the possible downside breakout and going down to back to the 30, 25 targets. Here is some reversal could happen and should happen as we expect, around 38 area. But here is some tricky moments exist that makes us think that reversal process might be very tricky, and it might be not straightforward as it seems right now. So at the current moment, despite that we have the bullish grabber that we said recently, in markets showing some pullback, there's the long tails here, it doesn't mean that we're already going higher. First of all, recall what we said about this action. We said market could go lower back and complete the 38 area. The sell-off has happened really fast, and now intraday sell stop worked nice. I think that this journey might be not finished yet, by a few reasons. First of all, let's take a look. Market hasn't quite reached the OP target. Although the sell-off at the AB leg and CD leg stands very strong, it means that overall bearish momentum stands solid. And despite that market shows this pullback, this bearish momentum is still in place. And well, when you see the acceleration with the ABCD pattern, this thrusting action, it's really big chances that at least this target should be reached. So currently, market probably not that oversold, and it has chance to drop down and complete the 38 target. So take a look here, was the oversold testing, the market shows the pullback. So how this could happen? We think that this might be a few patterns could be formed that suggest a possible downward continuation. Another reason why we think that the downward action is could be not over yet is just take a look. Market is coming to same resistance. It's rather strong resistance here. As we said, this confluence, if you remember on intraday chart, the market current is coming to the MACD predictor. So if we'll get the grabber, for instance, today or tomorrow, for example, and this top remains untouched, market will stand below the major resistance, it really could lead to a pairing of the patterns that could trigger still reaching of the 38, 38, 50 area. Here's a few moments how it could happen. On the 4 time frame chart, that might be either the butterfly directly to the downside with 127 extension, 138 even, as you can see. Alternatively, it might be a bit more complex. For example, if we will get not the butterfly, but if we will get triple to sell. So it also might be, it looks so. It's another chance and how it really could happen. So OP stands around 46.30. Market could form the ABCD retracement and then could reestablish downward action. There's few moments stand. You need to keep an eye on these particular levels that I'm talking. So this first one, in the case of the upper, and the first one is of course this one. This was already is important for the butterfly. But if this top will be broken, it doesn't mean yet that we're going straight forward. So next area to watch for will be 46.30, where market theoretically also could turn down, because this point still stands in the previous consolidation. It will be some resistance to the market to pass through it. So mostly these points will stay in relation to the same resistance area that the market stands already. So you can see we already have two possible ways. First is the butterfly. Second one is a possible godless triple to say that still could hold entire market on the upper direction, and it could become the trap that traders will see that top has been broken and starting to buying it, but around 46.30 it might be not really pleasant surprise. Another level that to keep an eye on stands on hourly chart. Here's market takes the shape the ABCD pattern. Here we have nicely looking thrusting action, which is, well, it is good, but it's not enough yet to say that we are definitely standing in reversal point. Besides, take a look, this ABCD XOP target, this ABC bottom. OP already has been passed, it was right here. What I'm talking about, acceleration, you can see what has happened. So with acceleration, market is going higher. XOP stands at 44.90, and it stands below the top where sell-off has started. So it means that if market will complete this ABCD pattern with the XOP, the butterfly that we have on the 4 time frame chart is downward action will be still valid, so it will not be broken and still could work. So that the reason to keep an eye on another level, which is the 44.90. So that being said, chances that market still will show another leg down significant. Most probable scenario that market could reach 44.90 because it stands in the same resistance, complete this XOP target, keep valid the butterfly and start action with the butterfly to the downside. This really could happen. If market breaks this level up, don't hurry up with the taking the long position. Watch for 46.30. Here we will see the downward action. So that will be chance to go long if it will be just minor reaction. We will also keep an eye on this scenario as well. In the case if market will break this area as well, start moving back to the top, it means that no downward action happens anymore, and we should be ready for upward continuation taken out of this top, and in general it means that reversal is over. Sorry, not reversal, retracement is over. With this drop on the daily chart is over, and it seems market's becoming strong, and indeed we could start upward action on the daily chart. But I think these chances as a bit smaller than appearing of the clear bullish reversal pattern first. So that's what we have currently on the Bitcoin. For long entry, we are watching correspondingly either for completion of the butterfly here around 38 area, or upward breakout above the 4630. In this case, we could consider some pullback maybe to the broken confluence for taking the long position. It's one of the possible scenarios. For a short entry, you could use whatever you like. So if you would like to go short, of course, it's not suitable to everybody. But for example, you could consider this garter steeple to sell based on the butterfly that we have. This pattern is very comfortable just because it lets you to place very tight stop slightly above this area. You could rely on it. Watching then for a butterfly here, downside targets again to the 38 area, 38.50. Alternatively, you could watch for ABCD garter steeple to sell here, trying to take short position on 4630, but avoid really fast acceleration. So if market will show here as just straightforward upward action, of course you should not take any short position. So upward action here should be gradual. But the tricky moment for this ABCD stands so that, take a look, this OP stands already above the confidence. So for that purpose, market will have to break it already. And of course, this scenario with the butterfly, with this garter steeple is more preferable than this one. This is just as an option, it's a secondary setup. It's just mostly not for trading, I tell you, just because this level might be important if you consider a long entry, and you should be warned that here market could start some pullback. Maybe it will be not very strong, but some downward action from the 4630 might happen. So as you can see, overall situation tends to be tricky and not very simple, but we have specified all the patterns that might be formed here, discussed all scenarios, and well, let's see how what the shape the price will take.